Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall tells me it's 10 past 10 on Sunday night. I'm in the Banner County. I'm in the fiddle and bow. And I either have a fiddle or a bow with me. But I've a grand bit of cake to eat shortly. But I could do with a deadly bit of custard with it. It's a chocolate type of some sort, with a little love note left for each guest, each room. Hope you enjoy your stay and your sweet treat. We'll have a go at it with a cup of tea afterwards. As I said, we're here this evening, and we're coming from where? From Killarney. We left this morning at 8:30 to get the 10 o'clock ferry from Tarbert, which we made comfortably. We got there about a quarter to 10, 20 to 10. A few buses on it as well. A couple I knew. And we went for the Cliffs to Moher. Got there quarter to 10 to 12, and they decided that they'd be there till 2:30, but they were ready to go about a quarter past. And we went to Doolin. We went out for a drive out the Ballyvaughan Road, that viewpoint out there. And then we went for dinner. There was dinner booked every evening for this crowd, and this evening was the first meal I had with them. One of them had asked me the other day, can't you join us? And I says, well, in Killarney, two different, and I says, I'll eat with you one of the evenings. So I chose this evening. And didn't I make a good decision? We were in McGann's there in Doolin. People that know it, it's McGann's and McDermott's are two great watering holes and places to eat. It was good. I had lamb shank. Didn't see roast beef on the menu, but I spotted the lamb shank on the specials going in the door, and I said, yeah, that's for me. Just great. Mashed potatoes, gravy, veg, everything with it. And I had 1 pint, a bottle of Bulmers beforehand. Normally, I think that's the first time ever, and I was driving, but I was there 2.5 hours, and I had only 200 yards to drive. But I was safe enough, I thought. But I don't never do it as a rule. If I had to travel any further, I wouldn't. But then we came to dessert. Grand young lad, done his damnedest to satisfy us and please us with everything. Apple pie, yeah. Have you custard? No. That was the only thumbs down to that, but a thumbs up for the meal and thumbs up for service and a thumbs up for the way we're looked after without a shadow of a doubt. And I will be back. And she'd never know. I might bring a bit of custard with me, because the apple tart or apple crumble, it was very good. 3 of them had burgers, chicken, roast chicken, fish and chips, and the stew, and all were satisfied. We're heading for Dublin tomorrow. I'm finished tomorrow when I get them back to the Castle Hotel, and the bus is needed in base in the evening because it's heading to Donegal. I just got a message there an hour ago. So the earlier I get back, the earlier I get home. We had where were we yesterday? Oh yes, we were in the finish of the July meeting. There was one, I forgot to answer it back. I read a comment, some book, first time ever leaving a comment, and he was a bit vulgar. I don't mind criticism at all, but I do dislike vulgarities being left as comments on the channel. If I see it again, you'll be off the bus on the top of your head, boy, I'll tell you. Have a go at me, but not in a vulgar way. I missed the play spot. I had 2 legs going in the last race, and I paid £299. I had Believing and the boys in blue horse, because I didn't go off Fav, and neither was placed. With a non-runner in the first race, a good punt on the winner for Richard Hannon. It had a run, so that held up to it. Miss Nightfall. Talk about one of them letting me down for the play spot. This let me down for a Yankee. cross doubles, trebles, and the reason I just say that is you can do the different stake. The cross doubles, trebles, and a cume is all told as a Yankee, but I do different stakes for the doubles, trebles, and the cume. And if you have 3 up going on to the last, you can cash out at a bigger odds for yourself. Like I probably didn't explain that carefully enough the other night. That's why I do that. Missed Nightfall. Just pulled too much to the left, her left as she was running. I don't know what happened. I don't know, was it hitting the ground or what, but I was disappointed with her run because the other 3 that we had put up, More Thunder, Mount Athos, and Bedouin Prince, he went short and running odds on and finished second. Italy was the deadly super boost. Well, there are 2 super boosts the 2 previous days, and the numbers bookie had 1. That was pulled all over the track, but I thought might have still won. No half measures, massive prize for a Group 1. Some TriCast, what did it pay? The trifecta was 5-3. TriCast 27,000. So some people had it on the track. When you see the difference, 5 times more computer generated. And Claymore won the last. We had it done no good anyway. Mount Athos was the other winner we had. We kept our head above water for the few days. That can often happen when you have good to firm ground or heavy ground as well. If you have one extreme or the other, it sort of makes it a bit easier but when you have good to yield and when you have water on the track and you have a total bias, you can pick horses 2 days in advance and it's gone out the window then 2 days later. So, but if it's right good to firm ground, or if you know it's going to be hot, deep, heavy, it's more benefit to someone that's trying to study for him a couple of days in advance. I meant to say before, we're not that far away from 10,000 subscribers, and I had it's something that had in my head. What would I do? And I was thinking of involving myself in a horse or buying a horse or something. For 10,000, 100 people at €100 would be 10,000. And if it was a 30,000 horse you'd buy, they'd own a third of it. If it was a 20,000 horse, they'd own half it. If you bought a horse for 10,000, they'd own it all. It was something, I know there's an awful lot of people that won't be given or interested in paying more than 100 or maybe 150 or something like that. I'm involved in a couple and I was going to get involved. I'm in the midst of, I don't know whether I am or not. There's a guy I have to chat in the next couple. I mentioned before Reese, but the fact that horses racing in England, how will I get over and back and things? So I'm in a dilemma, and I was in a dilemma. Was I going to do this with the 10K club, I was calling it, and put that into that horse or not? But then people are saying to me, why don't you do it and do it in your own colours? And I have a set of colours that I bought 20 odd years ago. They're £250, I think. It was before the currency changed. When did that change? 202 was it? So I have, and I don't know, are they still there? Are they gone? Do they need to be paid for every year? I never bothered to find out because I hadn't real need for them. But would people show their interest in the comments just or an extra thumbs up, like the video or some way of doing it? And there's a lot of people as well that are involved watching the channel and I've met several of them that don't have they're not on YouTube. We'll say with an email that they can. And many people have said I'd leave a comment if I knew how, and because I don't do it and because whatever. So they wouldn't be subscribed either. But there's ways and means of doing it. So by dropping me an email, I'll put it in the description tonight. Maybe that might be the best way. rather than leaving it in the comments, so people could leave an email and say if they wanted to be a part of it. There's a horse that has come to light in the past day that may be for sale and ready to run in Galway. So it's something that I'm thinking about. Be great to have a horse running in someone's colours in Galway, in my colours in Galway, if I could organise it. But we'll see. Anyway, we'll talk more about that in the next couple of days, because there'll have to be a decision made swiftly. One horse tomorrow. It's a 13th age shot, Alpha Capture. It's a horse that we know well. It's run in Killarney. It won in Killarney last year. We were on it in the day in Galway when it was a bit unlucky. But the last day, Colin Keane, it wasn't one of his most excellent rides. But that Unterberg, that has won since. Rampage has won since. Where did Tacos, did that run the weekend, did it? Again, didn't it? Yeah, it was third of a £7 higher mark. This is him here in the double green.
2 out, Flying Bay and Bencon, the sphere of rest, followed with 3.5 furlongs to go by Stormy Outlook, then Bill Silvers, followed closely by Zipster, and then Alpha Capture, Captain Bay, Zephron, getting reminders of Moyasser, and then Rampage, Captain Hanley, Tachos, Pillar of Hope, Space, Warrior, Speckle Meadow. They turn in with just over a quarter to run, and Tribal Moon kicks at the head of the straight into a couple of lengths advantage, being followed by Flying Bay. Zipster comes home on the outside, then Unterberg, and running into a red light as Alpha Capture. Tribal Moon with Zipster bridging the gap on the outside. Then Unterberg. Tachos from way back is getting competitive, and it's Tachos wearing them down from Alpha Capture, who's got out, and then Zipster. It is Tachos the winner from Alpha Capture. Zips.
I think he went up a few pounds for that, £3 of it. I think it was off. I don't know where is it. Kane would want to get his finger out tomorrow. There's a horse there that we'll just keep an eye on tomorrow, Joe Murphy's horse, Grey Leader. I think that's one for Galway this year. We were on it last year in Galway. I think that could be one for us for Galway again. But the boys in green will be wanting their bit of money there. Wouldn't be real Galway special, but Murphy will be waiting. 77. He was up £3. We're off 71 already. Only £6 higher. I'd be disappointed if that doesn't win tomorrow. 13 days. Might drift a bit in the morning. Anyway, I'm rambling on a bit. Let me know. I'll leave me email in the thing if anyone thinks of what I mentioned might show interest. Bash the bookies, over and out.